Be part of the change. Well, you can't have sustainable food sources without the almighty bee. That's why 2 College of Charleston graduates decided to go into the honey business. We're joined by John Berdux and Liam Becker, co-founders of Apis Mercantile. Great to have you guys here with us.
Thank you so much for having us.
And it just sounds like your business is growing by leaps and bounds. Want to know where it all started. Why don't you start us off, Liam?
Yeah, totally. So John and I became good friends quickly when we were in high school. Fast forward a couple of years, both of us ended up going to College of Charleston. While we were attending the college, John and I lived in a house on St. Philip Street, and curious Johnny B over here, he ended up getting a couple of beehives installed in our backyard. So his hobby quickly turned into all of ours as well. Nobody knew this, but we were quite literally pollinating downtown Charleston from our backyard as college kids.
That's incredible. Can I just stop you right there, because we were sort of joking about this earlier, and that was most college kids are worried about what they're going to wear on a Saturday night when they go up and down King Street. You guys are pollinating downtown Charleston. So why, John, was this a passion of yours?
Well, certainly. I mean, so bees are integral to our food systems. They're responsible for an enormous amount of the food that we eat through their pollination endeavors. And so bees were a really interesting way for me to learn more about our food systems and for me to establish a colony to pollinate areas around Charleston and to learn a little bit more about where our food's coming from. So it was a nice way to get involved in our food systems regionally and to learn more about bees and their effect that they have.
Did you feel that this was going to become a career move for you, or was it just really a hobby that turned into a passion and you just realized the kind of impact that you were making with it?
Right, I think the latter. It was certainly just a hobby for us when we first started, but it was something that I really got into. Our friends all got into. Everyone would come over, we'd do little honey tasting, show them the hive.
Everyone was beer pong, everybody. It was honey tasting.
Right, little honey tasting.
Well, beer pong might have been next to
Oh, okay, it was still part of it. Okay.
It was a good time, and as we learned a lot. And in 2020, we released our line of raw honeys, which has been a lot of fun. We partnered directly with beekeepers in the Southeast. We try to work with as many regional producers as possible. So we work with Highwire Distilling Company to source bourbon barrels, still wet with bourbon, age some honey in there, so we get a great bourbon honey. We also work with Puckerbutt Pepper Company up in Fort Mill, South Carolina, and they bred and grow the Carolina Reaper, which was the hottest pepper in the world, and we use that to make our hot pepper.
You did bring 4 for us to sample. I would love to know what I should be experiencing during a honey tasting. So why don't we just start with the first one over here? Which one is this?
Sure, yeah. So this is our Southern Wildflower honey, and it is called Southern Wildflower because this is our most local. This is a raw wildflower honey, and the term wildflower just means that the bees are collecting nectar from anything in their flight radius. Now bees, they typically travel in a 1 to 2 mile radius around the hive. They're capable of flying farther, but it's a true representation of the flora world that is around the hive. So this is really a taste of the Lowcountry.
Oh, that's great. And how about this one right here?
So this one is one of the ones I sort of referenced earlier. We partnered with Highwire Distilling.
Yes.
We source bourbon barrels, still wet with bourbon from them. A really neat thing about Highwire Distilling is they use Jimmy Red corn to make their bourbon, which is an heirloom varietal of corn that actually almost went extinct and was brought back in the mid-2000s by no small part due to the efforts of Highwire Distilling, Sean Brock, and some South Carolina farmers. But it imparts a great flavor on that. You can really taste the bourbon. We make this with our orange blossom honey that we age for 3 months in the Highwire Distilling bourbon barrels.
I love the consistency of the honey, and some honeys are much thicker than others, but I like the consistency of this. You can easily pour it over oatmeal, or you can put it into a cup of tea, and it just quickly gets kind of dissolved on your palate.
Yeah,
there's a lot of cool ways to incorporate honey into your daily routine. Like for myself, I sweeten my coffee with it every morning, so that way rather than putting sugar into your coffee, you're putting something healthy in there.
Right, good substitute.
Oh, that's
this is a little kick here. Yeah, this is the Carolina Reaper. It's a little spicy. So this is made by Smoke and Ed Curry from Puckerbutt Pepper Company. He actually bred the Carolina Reaper over a period of years and earned the moniker World's Hottest Pepper, and you can definitely taste that.
Well, you're speaking my language with that one. I love that one. And of course, garlic too. So
yes.
Yeah, everybody come and have some garlic. I can't be the only one with garlic breath.
Fermented garlic honey.
Oh my God.
Here.
You could put that on like a salad. You could just stir something up.
Stir fry.
Wow.
It's great for a lot of different things. We actually worked with Charlie Layton, who's the head chef over at Basic Kitchen.
Yes, we know Charlie.
Love Charlie.
He's
he did some stir fry with with
Be a
this for
professional
us.
rower pretty soon.
Yeah, that's
Right,
Yeah.
the green boats.
Oh yes.
Shout out Greenheart Project. Yeah, so this is our latest project that we came out with, the fermented garlic honey. We actually put some garlic cloves in there, and it drew a lot of moisture. So it's a little bit thinner of a product, so it's great for a sauce or a marinade or
It's
a
great.
glaze.
Well, you guys have done a terrific job. Apis can be found in various retailers around Charleston, right? So
Yeah, absolutely.
People just go to your website. That's where they can find more. And you've got a lot of things coming up too. You're also very supportive of local organizations, which Lee and I know are near and dear to your heart too, right?
Always.
Yeah, surfing and honey.
Surfing
they
and
go
honey, that's-
together. They go together.
Thanks for a good life.
No, I think that's great. And you've got some more developments too coming up, so we're gonna have to check back in with you.
Great.
Thank you both so much.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for having us again.
Cheers to your health, everyone. We're back after this.